by sharing our signature message. Each of us on this call can say that we are pleased and exactly able to say, that we are part of a growing team of entrepreneurs with a shared mission to protect and empower 2 million new families and small business owners with Legal Shield's network of law firms and world-class identity theft services. And what we do matters, and we are truly looking for help because it's important for all of us to memorize and personalize this message so we can use it in bits and pieces in conversation when it's appropriate. And to move it to the next person here, I'd really like to introduce, a really good friend and a business colleague and author and just overall great person, Lynn Struessel-Williams, to get us going with the rest of this call. Lynn, back to you.
Thank you so much, Matt. And what a fantastic job you did. First time ever being host of our Sunday Team Zoom, and you made it look like you've been doing this your whole life. Really appreciate the energy you bring and professionalism and how you got us started. So thank you so much. Folks, we have some great stories tonight. I am excited to be your story facilitator. I want to just recognize all the people who did such a great job of getting to Alice with our stories, and thank Alice for putting them all together. This new system has been remarkable, and so way to go, everybody. So my first story is a membership story. I'm going to go to the Michigan market to Bridget Parkett Parker to hear a membership story. Go ahead, Bridget.
Good evening, folks. Our daughter Elizabeth was living in a 3-story apartment last fall. And on a weekend last fall, she was staying at a friend's house watching her dog, and then she got a text on Saturday afternoon that saying that her apartment complex was on fire. Well, by the time she got there, it was smoky and a lot of water damage, and the fire department said nobody's going to enter the building until next Monday. So, and she was already set for staying. But the property manager suggested that they were going to put her up in a motel and everybody else that needed to. She found a place to stay. And to make a long story short, she said, "Mom, I got the money to stay in another apartment and a security deposit, but they won't give me my cleaning fee of $150 at the old apartment complex because of a fire." And she says, "Mom, that's not my fault." And she was very devastated. I said, "Just call your attorney law firm and see what they'll do." And sure enough, they called the apartment complex, and the very next day she had the $150 check to go get. Back to you, Lynn.
What a great story, Bridget. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And now we're going to go to Tennessee to Stacy Lynn for a membership story.
Thank you, Lynn. This is Stacy Lynn from Spring Hill, Tennessee, background Christian media. I had a member who had a lien against her house, and she fought with the bank for 6 months, and they did nothing. And then she signed up for Legal Shield. That's when she became a member, and the lawyers wrote 5 letters from that bank, and they got 5 letters to the bank, and within 10 days, that bank removed the lien, and my friend got a big fat check. Back to you.
Wow, what a great story, Stacy Lynn. That's the power of having our membership, folks. These stories, these membership stories are so important for us to hear so that we can share them. And now I want to go to Ohio to Mr. Prince Johnson to hear about how he used the system to sign up a new happy member.
Yes, good evening. Prince Johnson, Cincinnati, Ohio, background retail jeweler and loss prevention. I was given a referral last Thursday afternoon. It was a young lady who actually had, her car was parked, but was totaled due to an accident that took place on a property. Having some difficulties with the bank as well as her insurance company, she saw the need to have our services. She was very excited about getting the service, and I still felt that it was necessary for her to get to see a presentation in which I extended an invite. She accepted the invite and was able to get on the Thursday night Zoom call that was given by Lynette McKinley, and very much excited, and it added a lot of value, and it pretty much impacted her decision to go ahead and get both both services, the membership as well as the ID Shield. And I followed up with her on Friday, in which at that time, it was during the time that I was following up with her that she received a welcome message from corporate, and she was able to make a contact call with the attorney as well as to have her entire family protected. And it was a very exciting time for her. Thank you very much, Lynn, and back to you.
That's a great story, Prince, and I hope everybody heard. She was excited to sign up, but Prince thought it was important that she see a full presentation. And as a result, she was excited about all the rest of it too. So, you know, sometimes when people have a need, we're quick to sign them up, but Prince followed the system and it paid off with a happy member. So thank you for that, Prince. And now I think we're going to get our first member, our first story with somebody who's going to turn her camera on, because I saw her camera on earlier. I'm going to go to Colorado to Danny Godin, our senior director, for a membership story. Take it away, Danny.
Good evening, Danny Godin in Greeley, Colorado, background college student and retail. I had a member who my husband actually had sold a car to, and she called him and was like, "Hey, your wife does that legal thing, right?" And he's like, "Yes, absolutely." I got in touch with her to find out what was going on, to see if this was just a 911 or what was happening. It was kind of a 911, but she did see the value in the full service because I got her to see the presentation. But she was in a mobile home park for 32 years, and they had posted an eviction notice on her door. And she's like, "I don't understand. I pay my bills, I pay my lot rent." And they were claiming that she wasn't paying her water bill and that she was tampering with the water bill. And so we got her signed up. She called the attorneys. The attorneys wrote a letter. The eviction notice disappeared, and also the water bill stuff changed for the entire mobile home park. Now she has everybody in the mobile home park asking how she did it, and she's sending them my way.
Wow, Danny, that's a powerful story of people getting their rights, getting taken care of. And again, we heard somebody who had a situation, but Danny made sure they saw the value in the entire membership. Way to go, Danny. And I know that you're going to get some great referrals from that happy member. And now I want to go right here in the Louisville, Kentucky market. We're going to hear about the Midwest Super Saturday from Susan Comer.
Hi there. This is Susan Comer, Louisville, Kentucky. My background's financial planning, and I did attend the Midwest Super Saturday with Millionaire Club member Michael Dorsey, who did both the business briefing and the training. Mr. Dorsey shared a wealth of information with us. His training focused on what we do today matters, daily action, keep 10 in play, and follow up. Be relentless with your activity and patient with your results. He then went through the laws of growth. He added some of his own, such as the law of comfort zone. And then he ended with the challenge for all of us to train our brains every day. Don't settle for average, and be relentless in your approach to personal growth. Protect your mind and what you put into it. Back to you, Lynn.
That's great, Susan. Thank you so much. You know, we had 5 great stories tonight, folks, and I just want to say again how much we appreciate all the people who had stories tonight, reaching out to Alice, getting those stories to her, and Alice Englehart doing such a fantastic job at our new system of organizing the stories. So thank you to all of you. And now I get to turn the Zoom over to a man I am so happy to call good friend and mentor, and he is a leader to all of us, Mr. Timmer Halligan. The Zoom is yours.
Well, thank you so much, Lynn. What a great Zoom so far tonight. I got to say the stories were tremendous. Matt, you did an amazing job getting us kicked off, and Lynn, as usual, absolutely facilitated those stories as good as they can be facilitated. And, you know, a couple things that I want to talk about tonight. Number one, continue to reiterate the importance of getting signed up and set up for our summer blast. Continuing to get that to your team. The details are shared all the time. Alice Englehart, you've done a tremendous job. Lynn, I'm sure you may go over with the announcements how to get set up and signed up, because I don't have that right in front of me. But make sure that you get set up and signed up for the Summer Blast. You know, the agenda, the speakers, the timing of the need for what we do has never been greater. And, you know, today I wanted to just go over a couple things. You know, this weekend, you know, I bought some candles. I got a pair of new Birkenstocks. I got a new set of masks that came in that I like to wear because I like the customized masks. I bought a brand new TV from Best Buy, and I registered my daughter for a tennis tournament. And what does any of that have to do with our business and growing our business? Well, I got all of these gifts because I got an email over the last couple days from these companies, one from you know, Birkenstock, one from Keen, one from Best Buy, one from the USTA, and one from Yankee Candles. And they all caught me at the right time. And it got me really thinking about running your business like a business, treating your business like a business. And what I mean is this: I remember every one of these stores, when I go to them or I've done some sort of interaction with them, they've either asked for or I've voluntarily given my email address to them. And why did I give that to them? Well, they kind of caught me where it's like, hey, what's your email? And I give it to them. And then the other reason is they want to market to me. Now, it's the same thing. You know, think about the opportunity we have here in Legal Shield with our Prospect by Legal Shield. See, that is a marketing tool. And then I went back because these caught me today, and I go, oh my goodness, this is exactly the same as when we send out emails or when we don't send out emails to people because we don't have them in Prospect by Legal Shield. And a couple months ago when we made this Pivot 2020, one of the things that we talked about was use Prospect with your prospects. So I went back today and I just did a little bit of math, because to treat your business, believe me, there's not one person at Best Buy or Birkenstock or Yankee Candles that is just every single day going, oh, I got to mail an email out to Tim or Halligan. He may want some shoes today. No, they have a system that automatically emails things out to you. Whenever they've got a deal, whenever they've got a promotion, whenever they've got something going on, they email you. And you probably get these emails all the time, and you flip through them. And sometimes you'll see the little button that says unsubscribe. And then you have this little moment where you say to yourself, I don't want to unsubscribe to that because I may want that at some point. Well, it's the same thing with our Prospect by Legal Shield. When I did the math today, so in the membership campaign with Prospect by Legal Shield, there are 18 emails that go out to whatever prospect that you put in to the membership campaign, 18 emails that go out to them during the year. So if we treat our business like a business and we enter 2 people a day into Prospect by Legal Shield, that is 10 people a week. That's 520 people a year. Easy math right now. Look at your Prospect by Legal Shield. See how many folks you've got in there. That equals 9,360 emails that are sent out simply by you putting 2 people a day every single day. Now, if you had one person from your team that was relentless, very similar to what Susan just talked about, that Michael Dorsey talked about, you and one other person put your 2 a day in every day to get those emails sent out to folks. And there's different campaigns. But what I'm saying is now you're at 18,720 emails with you and 4 other people on your team sending emails out, putting 2 a day in every day to Prospect. The system will send out 46,800 emails a year for your company because the 4 people that are doing it are on your team. And if it's yourself plus 10 people on your team that are consistently putting 2 a day in every day, that's 102,960 emails. Then I said to myself, let's just say if you were diligent and everybody was diligent enough, and it took them on average 7 minutes to send out an email, which, You'd have to write it. It never takes 7, but I'm giving us the benefit of the doubt. That's 720,000 minutes of emails that are written out. 720, and you divide that by 60, gives you 12,012 hours. And then divide that by 24 hours, that is 500 days, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week of emails going out on your behalf. Now, there's only 365 days in a year. So that is the power of leverage. So you ask yourself, am I giving my business the best opportunity to succeed? Am I consistently able to follow up with people and do that without, let's say, the help of Prospect by Legal Shield? The answer is definitely you cannot, because it does the work for you in regard to getting the content out. Now, you still need to follow up. Trust me, there is probably some person at Best Buy who's got the information and says, wow, this is how many clicks, this is how many people opened up the emails that we're sending out, right? They've got somebody, and then they remarket to them. You have the opportunity, number one, with Prospect by Legal Shield, you can see who has opened yours. Now, if you've got those people on your team, or they've got somebody who's set up as their workout partner, their workout partner is also getting notified, you know, every time somebody opens an email. Like, I can tell every time one of Mr. Drennan's prospects opens up Prospect by Legal Shield, because he's got me in there as his workout partner. So every time somebody opens up an email that Mr. Drennan's Prospect by Legal Shield is sent out, I get an email. So now you've got this opportunity to have two eyes always looking at the prospects, and you have the opportunity to be able to have the pure law of duplication working on your behalf. Would you not like to have 102,960 emails that are professionally put together? Videos are already in them. Tracking is attached to it. Or would you rather try and remember to follow up on your own? Count on that everybody's going to create emails. They're going to spend, 720,000 minutes a year, 12,000 hours, 500 days worth of 24/7 acting on behalf of your company? Or would you rather have the system do it for you? I was blown away, and it really hit me today when I got these emails from Birkenstock, Yankee Candles, Keen, Best Buy, and the USDA, because they caught me at the moment where I was out of candles. I'd been thinking about getting some Birkenstocks. I was waiting for these masks to come out that Keen has. I needed a new TV, but I was waiting for it for one of my clubs, and I needed to get my daughter registered for a tournament. Now, I had received those emails or some form of them repeatedly over the last, however long I've subscribed to these lists. But the time was right today for me to say, I need the TV, I need the Birkenstocks, I need the new mask, I need this at this moment. So treat your business like a business. Get people into Prospect by Legal Shield consistently. Follow up with them professionally, and you've got the opportunity to change somebody's life. And so with that being said, I'm going to take this now and bring it back to the lady that introduced me to close us out tonight with announcements, Miss Lynn Schuessler-Williams.
Thank you so much, Mr. Halligan. I am absolutely inspired. I've been thinking about those membership campaigns and those campaigns in Prospect by Legal Shield over the last couple of months. That's just been kind of something that's been going in my head, and I haven't taken action on it, and you've inspired me to do exactly that. So just a few announcements, folks. Remember to stay plugged in. Our leadership show was tonight at 7, replayed tomorrow at 11 Eastern, and it's also on live stream anytime you want. Plug into the Facebook pages and groups. The Legal Shield Associate Success, Associate Support is a great place to get questions answered. the Ladies of Justice Facebook group, and of course our very own Team Ascent Facebook group, where we are broadcasting live right now. And then of course, pay attention to your Sunday newsletter. It came in your email today, and it's time to go take a look at that and be kept up to date. And also remember the fabulous resource that Alice Englehart keeps up to date for all of us, successpartnerscalendar.com. And we have upcoming Zooms this week. We have 12:30 membership overviews Monday through Friday Eastern time, and 8 p.m. Eastern membership and business opportunity overviews. I know I'm tomorrow at lunch, and I neglected to look to see who's tomorrow night, so I apologize for that. I'll post it in the comments on this video on Team Ascent Facebook after we get off. But we have great presenters all week long. We have Millionaire Club members, multiple Millionaire Club members ready to give those presentations for you. We have market leaders. We have, so just be there and support those Zooms. We're going to bring it our best. We want you to bring us your best guests. And then we have our training, our Wednesday training Zoom for Success Partners coming up. That's going to be awesome. And then, of course, I couldn't not say, and I was going to say it, of course, even if Mr. Halligan hadn't mentioned it, Summer Blast is coming. I'm so excited. Go to summerblast2020.com to register to see. And if you've already registered, you may not have been there since we updated the website with mentioning the major speakers. It's just going to be phenomenal. So excited. And you know, I was talking this week to a fairly inactive associate, and I said, you know what? It's about 3/4 personal development, wellness, financial wellness, all this kind of personal growth stuff, and about 1/4 actually focused on specific to Legal Shield. So whether you really are looking to build your Legal Shield business or not, you ought to come plug in. And he was like, I'm there, $25. Are you kidding? That wouldn't pay for one of those webinars. So it's so phenomenal. Please plug in and get registered as quickly as possible. And with that, folks, it's time to say goodnight. Thanks for being here. Appreciate all of you. Thanks to our story contributors. Matt Miller, thank you for being a brilliant host. And Mr. Timmer Halligan, thanks for your wisdom for all of us. Bye for now, everybody.